Hey you guys, it's your pal T. Yes, we are back with another video in our next episode talking about hot versus cold bar. We're going to briefly talk about what these things are, and we're also going to kind of tell you where certain drinks would go, or where you would go to make these particular drinks, and I might pop quiz you at the end to see if you were paying attention. All right, and just to kind of, let's test your knowledge and see where you're at. Okay, now forgive me, I do have my fan on a little bit. It is a little warm in here, so I just wanted to kind of be okay, so just be nice and cool. I didn't want to fry. All right, so let's hop right to it. So at Starbucks, you're going to be introduced to what is called the hot bar versus the cold bar. Now you're probably wondering what that might mean, especially if you're new. Okay, think about it. Take a second. Got it? Okay. So basically, hot bar implies basically where your hot drinks will go. So that's like your hot lattes, your cappuccinos, your flat whites, your hot flat whites, all the pretty much the hot drinks, and some cool ones go in there too. Like typically the hot bar folks will kind of make the iced coffees or the iced lattes, and we do a lot of milk steaming there. Okay, and we'll definitely get more into milk steaming, especially when we introduce the anatomies of each of the drinks. Okay, and that's a whole nother topic we're going to prepare you for. All right, so just keep that in mind as we're going. But yes, typically where your hot drinks are. So your espresso machine, and basically the espresso machine is pretty much like the heartbeat of Starbucks, and you'll see why. And so the espresso machine, which is the Mastrena, I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but the Mastrena is, like I said, the heartbeat of Starbucks, basically, especially with the hot drinks. And as we talk about the anatomies of the drinks, and also espresso shots and what they mean and how many, you'll see what I'm talking about. But all that is stationed there. Okay, so now in my store, how it's set up for us, our hot bars, the 2 espresso machines. For each one, it's one of them on. This will be for the mobile orders and closer to the mobile pickup station, and this shoulder, of course, will be for the drive-through orders. That's how we set it up. Your store might look a little different, and that's okay, but I'm just telling you what it would pretty much look like. So what happens at hot bar, like I said, your hot drinks, everything, and even your iced coffees are made. And even when we make the brewed coffees, like your pike placing, your blondes and your dark roast, and even sometimes the POS or customer support will get that too, but typically that belongs at the hot bar. Even when we do ice shake and espressos, the hot bar folks usually take care of that. Your iced lattes, those type of things, they will take care of for you. Okay, so, and like I said, when we get into the anatomy of making those, it's all gonna make sense, I promise. You'll be like, okay, I see why. Also, we have a water spigot, and we have an ice tray there too, so for us as well. And so we have that all set up right there, our lids and things. When we make hot drinks, our sleeves, that's all at the hot bar. Now I'm going to tap into cold bar a little bit. So with cold bar, that's usually for us like the back of the counter, that long counter. What typically happens at cold bar? You probably guessed it. So This is where our refreshers are made, like, you know, the refreshers, the lemonades, the iced teas. We also do the frappuccinos. That's like Frappuccino Central right there. We even sometimes will do some cold drinks there to help out the hot bar. But, you know, like the iced lattes and things like that, we may, but typically we do leave that to them. But like I said, also, we have a shelf where all our flavorings are, like our inclusions for like when we make, you know, the pink drinks, and when we make also our frappuccinos and the things we add, the additives are up there on a shelf for us. Like I said, your store might look a little different. We also have a fridge below us where we keep the almond milks, the coconut milks and everything, just like how Hot Bar does. They have that set up as well. And the syrups. We have our syrups, but our syrups are in half pumps, and we'll talk about that later too, on the cold bar, and the fuller pumps are at the hot bar, right? Like I said, your store might be different. Your setup might just be a little bit different. Every Starbucks is unique according to how the managers or whoever set it up. They look very similar, but according to the needs of the store and how your manager would like things, sometimes construction of the store, it just makes it that way. But yeah, so typically our cold drinks, everything that's usually cold is housed there. Okay? So does that make sense? We normally knock that out for y'all. I'm typically strongest at cold bar. I tend to remember the cold bar drinks a lot easier. Yes. And we also have behind us too, we have like a pike. We actually have 2 pike brewers, so if we need to hurry up and sometimes make that, like I said, to support hot, we'll do that. And also we have ice station for us, as well as, you know, water for when we make our refreshers and things of that nature. So, and that's a very long bar for us, and we constantly have to wipe it down, you know, as off what we get to, because it can get very messy very quick there. So, and you know, your fridges typically would have, like I said, coconut milk, almonds, and it will also have like your sweet creams when it's already made and put into, you know, your blenders will also be back there for your frappuccinos and things, or when we make cold foams for our cold brews and all of that. But don't worry, I got you, okay? Easy. So all of that's pretty self-explanatory. So you got it? All of that stuff? Okay. All right. And I think that's just about everything. Y'all ready for your pop quiz now? Yeah? All right, let's do it. All right. So, if I want to make, let's see, a tall caramel frappuccino, which bar would I go to? Yellow time. Did you get it? Well, if you pick cold bar, you're right. It belongs on the cold bar. Okay. Now, here's another one. If I wanted to get a peppermint cappuccino, matter of fact, make it venti, where would I go? You thought about it? If you guessed the hot bar, you are right. Okay. Now I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball. You ready for this one? Okay. Where am I going to go to make an iced chai tea latte? Well, if you guess hot bar, you are correct. It is the hot bar, typically. Okay? All right, let's say we'll do one more. If I want a strawberry acai refresher, where would I go? Think you got it? Cold Bar, you are correct. Now, one more. We'll just do a bonus before we go. If I was to make you a Pike Place Grande, where would I go? Think you got it? Well, typically, hot bar folks can do it, but also cold bar can too, to help support hot bar as well. Unless your store is a little different. But hey, sometimes we can take a mix of both, especially when it comes to the brew coffees, anything to help out to make hot bar a little easier. But yeah, so how was that? Did that help you? Figure out hot bar versus cold? It's pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes the lines are blurred, but hey, it's a-okay. And hey, whichever one you are thrown on, I know you're going to be a rock star at it. And hey, let me know down below, where is your favorite spot to work at when you have done your training for drinks or if you're making drinks? I know mine personally is the cold bar. Some of you might like hot, some of you like cold. You might just like both. You know, what's typically your favorite? All right, but that's it, guys. I'm out of here for now. Remember to ring ding ding so you don't miss a thing. Remember, smash up that notification bell and that subscribe button so every time I post a treat, you will not miss a beat. All right, this is the behind the scenes of a barista. This is your pal T, your favorite Cista barista, and I'm out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.